Great morning, everyone. How are you all doing? This is your girl, Shan, coming on for just a brief moment or whatnot, just to talk about today's topic. Like I always say, thank you so much for supporting us on Marriage Mondays with the Kings. We truly appreciate all the support and love that we receive from the bottom of our heart. Now, today I'm going to be talking to the husbands. So y'all know, for those of y'all who've been listening for a while, if I say something to the husbands, that means I got something in store for the wives on tomorrow and the ladies or whatever. But this is going to be for the husbands and this is going to be for the single men. Tomorrow is going to be for the wives and the single women. Good morning, Brandy. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. Husbands and single men, I need you to realize what type of woman that you have, and then you might be on to something. One of the biggest things that I hear, good morning, Jamie, when it comes to arguments that husbands and wives have, even boyfriend and girlfriend or those who are engaged, is they start to see who the person that they are that they married to or whatever, and they don't like it. And so then that causes an argument. I've seen men to where you're with a woman who is outgoing, she's strong, independent, and you can't stand it because you want her to rely on you. Good morning, Simone. But you didn't think out this process before you asked her to marry you or before she asked you to marry her. You know, that's how it goes nowadays. Now, let me go ahead and put some truth up into it because, like I said, it's going to be equal opportunity on tomorrow. But husbands, I need you to realize something. There are different types of women, and I'm sure you know that. Not just by the way that a woman is shaped, not just by her ethnicity or whatever the case may be. Good morning, Cousin Kim, and good morning, Natasha. There are different type of women out there. Now, let's look at the type of women, especially if you single and or married. If you married and this type of woman that you marry, you need to see how it is to best, how can I say, I want to use a fancy word, but it ain't coming to my mouth right now. My mind right now. So I'm going to say work with this woman. How to both live and love this type of woman. First of all, you have I'm going to start off for the strongest to the gold diggers. So first of all, you have your type of woman who she's independent. She's chasing after her education. She's chasing after her goals. She don't want no kids, but she don't mind being married. Okay. Look at the type of woman that she is and ask questions. This is why we always say when you're in the dating arena, you need to ask questions. You don't need to drill somebody like the drill sergeant, but you need to ask questions in a way to where you receive information of whether or not this person is compatible or not with you. So then you have the next type of woman. She's an independent woman. She loves working together as a team with her husband. She loves meeting new goals and things like that. See, this is the type of woman right here that she's going to push you to be a better person. She's not trying to control you. She ain't trying to tell you what to do. She just sees a bigger picture in the end. You might not see it, but when you let's say I'm going to use the example in the military. I remember my husband was an E5 in the military. For those of you all who are not familiar with rank, that's kind of like middle management or whatever. You becoming a brand new supervisor. So he was an E5 in the military, and this was like, we've been dating probably like 8 months or something like that. And I wasn't trying to tell him what to do. And of course, I was younger and I was lower ranking than he was. But I said, I remember him making this statement saying, well, because I remember I asked him a question. I said, so what are your goals of being in the military? Like, where are you trying to go? I think I was 19 at the time. And he was like, oh, well, I'm an E5. I'm just comfortable with being an E5. I said, so what you're telling me is you are comfortable with retiring at E5. Now, y'all can see what type of woman I am, right? And so he was like, yeah. And I was like, no, that's not going to work. I said, no, that's not going to work. I said, because what you want to do is try to get the highest rank you can. So when you retire, that's a bigger paycheck for you. But I said, no, the type of qualifications that you have, you're a good leader. We need good leaders, blah, blah, blah. So, and he was just kind of looking at me like, okay, but he didn't say anything. Good morning, Alex. So this type of woman right here, she won't try to boss you around. She won't try to act like your mama, but she's going to try to help push you to a greater level because she sees greatness in you, even when you don't see greatness in yourself. You see what I'm saying? She will work to the potential of what it takes to ensure that your family is together. She's probably almost like that Proverb 31 woman. Okay. Now let's go on down the list, because I started at the high. I'm going to come on down. So then you got the next type of woman where she ain't interested in working. She probably ain't interested in going to school, but she will keep your house together. You see what I'm saying? Them kids you got to meet a parent-teacher conference. You come home, she cooking. And see, this applies to the levels of going up, okay? So I ain't trying to shoot the women above, say that they won't cook and do for their family. But where I'm at on this level, this type of woman, she'll make sure your house is straight, baby. You ain't got to worry about no dirty clothes or nothing. She just ain't interested in working. She probably was raised up under that principle that a man's supposed to take care of house, honey, and that's just, boom, that's just what's gonna happen. You see what I'm saying? You probably ain't gonna get no more than her out of that. You probably won't get that that support and all this other kind of stuff like that. That's this type of woman. That's what she gonna do. That's who you marry. That's what you agreed to in the beginning, and whatever the case may be. So you probably won't get that out of her. Now let me go on down the list. Now let me just go straight on down to the good old gold diggers, okay? The gold digging type of woman. If you, sir, especially if you single, if you put too much of your information out there of what you want early, she gonna listen to what you say you want, and she gonna try to conform to that like a chameleon, but it won't be for long. So let's talk about these gold digging type women, okay? So the gold digging type woman, my single men, and those who are married, you might be married to some of these right now, but I'm gonna need you to put prayer on it because God changes things, okay? Have their faith and prayer. But these gold digging type women, what they do, like I said, they'll listen to you. Oh, I like a woman to dress like this. Oh, I like a woman to keep herself. But baby, she gonna do everything that you say you like. Because if she gold digging, she just trying to make it to I do. You hear me? So y'all get married and I do. She'll stay with you for a little bit. She probably ain't gonna encourage you. She ain't gonna probably cook much or nothing. She gonna start off, good morning, Andra. She gonna start off cooking in the beginning, but you'll see that slowly fizzle as time go by. She ain't been more studying them kids. She gonna tell you go ahead and go see the teachers and all that when you already working. And 9 times out of 10, she probably ain't gonna try to work. She might work a job, maybe here every now and there, a couple of months, and then she'll come up off that job, and then you start complaining about you doing everything in the house. She might go catch another job. She might do a seasonal type job, okay? So the gold digging type chick is just in it purely for herself. For those of you who are single, and some of the married men on here could probably tell you, for those of you who are single, these are the qualities that you need to look for in the beginning. Come on, Andre, keep it real, sir. The gold digging type women. She has no ambition. She don't want to do anything except for what it takes to progress her to the next level. Good morning, Carrie. Thank you, boo. And so when things get tough to where she can't take it, baby, let me tell you, because I've seen it all too well, especially in the military, but it happens in the civilian sector. When things get tough, because she ain't praying for you, she ain't doing nothing. She gonna jump ship. Let another guy come around that could potentially give her more than what you're giving her, and she's out. She gonna start a fight. She gonna act a fool with you, and the next thing she gonna be talking about is divorce. I'm out. You was sorry. You never did anything for me, and you done bust your whole backside to make sure that your family's taken care of. You need to know and recognize, sir, these different type of women. Now, let's go on over to the married individuals while I got a few more minutes. For those husbands that are married, if you have these different type of women, you need to know how to relate to them. Now, the first one that I talked about that is purely educational, she all about her career progression. She ain't really studying family, because she'll tell you straight up, I don't want no kids. I'll be married to you, but I don't want no kids. You need to listen to that. Don't think that you're going to be able to marry this female and all of a sudden you're going to change her mind, because, baby, her mind is set on goal and progression. Now, the next female, which is the one that I refer to as the Proverb 31 woman, the one that's gonna lift you up, build, take care of the kids, take care of the house and everything like that. 9 times out of 10, especially if she desires to be built, but she wants to see you built up as well, because this type of woman recognizes that anything that you do as a husband and a wife team is going to benefit the both of you, because you're pulling each other up. It's kind of like that iron sharpeneth iron that the Bible speaks of, but then it's also going to benefit the family. She's not just looking at the here and now. She's concentrating on the future, how your children is going to be blessed and your grandchildren are going to be blessed. So if it's this type of woman that you're married to, especially if she's going forth in education, all that, 9 times out of 10, you can't just throw sex at this type of woman. This type of woman, you're going to have to feed her intellectual. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have to show her how you're supporting her, because this type of woman, when you put into her, baby, she going to put in even the more into you. So you have to ask yourself, what type of woman are you with? Now let's go on down to that one who ain't trying to work. She ain't trying to do nothing. She's just trying to keep your house. Baby, if you then made it up in your mind, sir, husbands, that, hey, in the beginning, you done told this woman, I'm going to take care of everything. All I want you to do is keep the house clean, rear after our children, make sure that they be successful, whatever. That's what you're going to get. And if you end up with the gold digger, now this is one that you could probably throw that sex on, and I'm going to keep it real. Y'all know this what she do on these videos. You can throw that sex on, honey, and that's what's going to hook her, but that's not what's going to keep her, because she's jumping. She will be jumping ship to the nearest. Now, I ain't trying to put nobody down. You done been married more than once. I ain't trying to do none of that kind of stuff like that. But if you looking at somebody been married 5 or 6 times, 9 times out of 10, they follow after this trait and this pattern. So you might have to pray and seek God. This is just, you have to know how to love the various type of woman in which God to give you. But first, you got to recognize that woman. You have to see that potential in that woman. If she ain't got no potential, that's just what you got. But you can't get mad at that woman, because when the Bible say a man that find a wife finds a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. But see, we forget that second part. A man that finds a wife. That's all we concentrate on. We don't concentrate on finds a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. You got to look at who you finding out here. You got to look at who you married to. You can't sit up here and you get mad because your wife ain't what you wanted her to be, or you looking at your homeboy's wife saying, well, dang, Natasha, they got a business, and then every time I see Rudy, he's supporting Natasha, just using him as an example. You can't get mad at that situation, because, baby, you chose who you chose. Now, if you got married and things didn't work out, you got divorced, I encourage you to seek ye the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead and seek God and be like, God, okay, put aside that pride. God, I done messed up. I need you to help me. And then you need to know what you want. You can't just be jumping. Baby, know what you want, okay? That's the problem with us married individuals. We jump into a marriage, but we don't know what we want, and we try to figure it out in the midst of the marriage. Those who have been married for years and you figured it out, glory, praise God. You see what I'm saying? Especially when you knew that you messed up and you allowed God to come in and fix that thing. You humbled yourself before God. But men, husbands, and husbands to be, I need you to realize what it is that you want. You see what I'm saying? These are the different type of women. Which one did you marry? And if it's the one that's in them upper ones that you marry, then you need to know how to minister to them effectively. You need to know how to love them, because baby, they gonna give you that what you pour in, that's what you gonna receive. I just dropped a little bit of knowledge and truth on the day, but women, wives and wives to be, I'm coming back for y'all tomorrow. So y'all stay tuned, because your girl gonna tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Like how y'all want y'all's husband to be a man, but y'all treat him like y'all son. Okay, your girl will be with y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a blessed day. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Share this because it's free. Be a blessing, not a curse. And I'll be with y'all tomorrow. God bless.